Why Tampa Bay has more fatal crashes than almost anywhere in America is not one single reason. It is a pile of reasons. A man named Ron was driving home over the Howard Franklin Bridge in a summer storm. Wipers were screaming, traffic was tight. 2 cars ahead. Someone tapped brakes, a truck behind did not, and the whole line accordioned. Ron survived, but the car behind him did not. I have been doing personal injury work for a long time in Florida. When you sit with families after a fatal crash, you do not forget those conversations. So today I want to talk about something uncomfortable but important. Why does Tampa Bay feel so dangerous on the roads? And what can you do to lower your odds of being part of a tragedy? First, let me say this clearly. Fatal crashes are not bad luck events that come out of nowhere. There are patterns. When I look across cases, the same ingredients show up over and over. Speed, congestion, distraction, alcohol, and road environments that punish mistakes. Tampa Bay has a unique mix of those ingredients. Factor number 1, speed plus congestion. We have highways that encourage speed. People get comfortable doing 10, 15, 20 over. Then those highways slam into bottlenecks. Bridges, interchanges, construction, and when you combine high speed with sudden slowdowns, you get a violent impact. Tailgating turns a slowdown into a pileup. Weaving turns a normal lane change into a sideswipe that sends a car into another lane. A lot of drivers think, if I stay alert, I am safe. Alert is good, but physics still win. At 70 miles per hour, your stopping distance is not a suggestion. Factor number 2, mixed driver population. Tampa Bay is a destination. We have tourists. We have what we call snowbirds. By the way, could be called a snowbird too. When I was a kid, we moved to Florida. We have commuters. We have retirees. We have delivery drivers and rideshare drivers working the roads all day. That mix matters. People are using GPS and making last-second decisions. People drive differently on where they learn. Many people have different driving reaction times. And in that environment, predictability disappears. One driver may expect everyone to accelerate on a yellow. Another driver expects everyone to slow down. That mismatch creates conflict. Factor number 3, road design and construction. I'm not here to rant. I am here to be honest. Some sections of our road network have short merges. Some exits are confusing. Some lane shifts in construction zones come up fast. When you are unfamiliar, you get the late exit dive. You get the sudden braking. You get the car drifting into a neighboring lane. Work zones add another layer. Cones narrow the lanes. Barriers reduce shoulders. And now a minor contact becomes a major crash because there is nowhere to go. Factor number 4, vulnerable road users. Tampa Bay has pedestrians and cyclists and a lot of motorcycles. They're more vulnerable. Motorcyclists are especially vulnerable. It does not take much to knock a bike down. Pedestrians are vulnerable too, especially at night. A person crossing in dark clothing, a poor lit area, a driver looking at their phone, and you get a fatal impact. I have seen families broken by that. Factor number 5, weather and visibility. Florida weather changes the road in minutes. A sunny afternoon becomes a downpour. Rain creates glare. It reduces visibility. It creates standing water. And standing water plus speed equals hydroplaning. A lot of people do not adjust their speed in rain because they do not feel the risk until they lose control. And when a car hydroplanes on a highway, it does not just affect that driver. It creates chaos for everyone around them. If you have lived in Tampa Bay for a while, you have a theory. What do you think is the number 1 cause of danger here? Speed, distraction, or road design? Comment one word. I want to see what drivers on the ground believe. Now, what actually reduces fatal crash risk? It is not glamorous, it is habits. Number 1, create a space cushion. Give yourself time and room. That one habit prevents a lot of rear-end collisions and a lot of panic swerves. Number 2, slow down in rain. Not a little, actually slow down. Increase your following distance. If you cannot see, you cannot drive safely at high speed. Number 3, eliminate the phone distraction. I know everybody says it. I am saying it again because it matters. If you are looking at your phone at 60 miles per hour, you are driving blind. Number 4, do not drive impaired. If you've been drinking, get a ride. Make the call. The cost of a rideshare is nothing compared to the cost of taking a life. And believe me, I've seen it over and over. Number 5, choose safer routes and timing. If you can avoid peak chaos, do it. If a certain road is always a mess, take the alternate. 5 extra minutes is a bargain. Now, I also want to talk to the families who are dealing with the worst case scenario. If you lose a loved one in a crash, you're not thinking clearly in the first days. I know, because I lost my dad in a car crash. You are grieving. That is exactly when insurance companies move fast. They may call, they may sound sympathetic, they may ask for statements, they may suggest a quick settlement. Do not rush. In a fatal crash, evidence matters. Vehicle data, scene photos, witness statements, toxicology, cell phone records, these things can disappear. So even if you are not ready to do, quote, legal stuff, you should get advice early so the evidence is protected. I'm not going to turn this into a lecture on wrongful death law. Just know this. Florida has rules about who can bring a claim and what damages are recoverable, and the details matter. If your family is dealing with a serious crash in Tampa Bay and you want a calm, straight conversation about what happens next, call Burnetti, PA. I'm telling you, I have been through this personally, and we know what you can expect. Comment below, what do you think causes the most danger here? Speed, distraction, or road design? Pick one word.